Surprise, motherfucker.
Hey everyone, what up? Matt Kaiser here, and call me surprised, as Granblue Fantasy Relink making a comeback in 2026 was definitely not on my bingo card, that's for sure. With it being revealed at the Nintendo Partner Showcase, and this one serving as both a brand new expansion and enhanced version, and it's set to come out this July on 9th 2026. So I decided to return back to my Granblue arc once more and watch as my informative self will break down everything you need to know about Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. So Endless Ragnarok is essentially an enhanced version of Granblue Fantasy Relink, which will comprise of the base game from 2024 with all of its original content, as well as adding new original content with things like a brand new story epilogue, as well as also new playable characters, new quests, new bosses, new mechanics, new core life features, enhancements, and new multiplayer features added. With this one being set to release on July 9th 2026 on both PS4, PS5, PC, and for the first time ever, Nintendo Switch 2. It's also worth mentioning that if you own the base game on either PlayStation like I do, or even PC, you'll be able to get a $30 upgrade kit and transfer your current save data to the new version, which it basically makes it a DLC for us, which, not gonna lie, that is absolutely great on side games for doing that, so shout out to them for that, honestly. And it's also worth noting that the base game is set to get a price revision as well. Don't also note that the Nintendo Switch 2 version will only have the Endless Ragnarok version, which once more will have both the base version as well as new content bundled all together. Now the new story epilogue will take place after the base game, which will have characters like Seraphon and Trajan from the Eternals, who are also playable party members, taking a role in the new story, with us preparing to face against a brand new threat that will spell doom in the Skydom, with new dangerous fiends, as well as even Beelzebub from Granblue Fantasy vs Rising taking center stage. Honestly, that is absolutely huge. I did not expect him to make an appearance there. Like, it's something I wanted since Lucius also made an appearance there, but man, that is absolutely amazing. In addition, new playable characters will be included, including Miss Undying Blue herself, Beatrix, which is absolutely awesome, as she was one of my most requested characters in the game, and just from a playstyle alone as in the footage, it looks absolutely chaotic and so much fun. And what's really cool about this is at the time of this video, there will be a closed beta on all systems. We're going to try it out as well as other characters, which will begin around say 13th of March all the way up to the 16th. And we only have up to February 27th to sign in. So you guys know I already signed in frame 0, and I'm very excited to hopefully get a chance to play this very early on. Upon that, we also have Eustace from Versus also being playable, which is absolutely sick. As well as really cool here, both Galanza and Maglio, the other two antagonists, who are also playable in this. And honestly, that is just epic, as I really can't wait to see and how their boss movesets carry over to their own playable gameplay. I think that's gonna be really cool, and parted in that we have now 27 playable characters in an action RPG, all of which have their own unique movesets, which in this day and age is absolutely impressive, like good lord. But if you thought new playable characters was exciting, it gets better, my friend, as we have now playable summons. Yep, we get to go full on Astral Chain and Final Fantasy in this one. We get to summon powerful bosses to aid, and many of them are controllable and playable, just like Proto Bahamut was. While there are some other few summons that are here just for support, and some that can even perform a Primal Burst, which is a new form of Chain Burst, which is said to do a crazy lot of damage, good lord.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Another new thing, especially for single player fans like us, is that we have a new mode called the Conflux, which is basically a labyrinth of sorts, which will feature randomly generated stages, as well as the option to use different buffs to survive against powerful foes and bosses. with various stages and difficulties. They'll provide lots of great rewards to help strengthen our characters and make grinding a little bit more easier. So basically this is almost like a roguelike version in a sense, which is actually really cool for this game. So count me in on that. And with a new story mode and new characters, also comes a form of new quests, as Endless Ragnarok will feature new Chaos quests to partake in, which is said to be the hardest ones in the actual game. But it's worth it, as that will alone help enhance your characters, especially for the new story mode. So bring it on! And saving the best for last here, we have the return of online co-op as it was in the base game. But what makes this really exciting, as Enhanced Ragnarok will offer crossplay on all systems. Damn! Meaning you get to play this with 3 other friends on either Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation, or even PC, which is absolutely really cool and exciting, and something I really wish this game had day one, because this is really game changing for this game, and something this game really needed day one. Like, this is just absolutely mind blowing. Awesome, oh my god. And yeah, that wraps up everything we currently know about this, and personally speaking, this really makes me happy, as Relink was one of my favorite games I played from 2024, and it's selling decently well despite the obvious, well, infamous development hell it suffered since, well, 10 years ago, Jesus! But overall, I'm just happy that after 2 years of its release, it's making a comeback now, with adding new stuff to hopefully get new players, especially for the Nintendo Switch 2, but also returning ones. And I do hope that outside of, maybe more playable characters and new content, we do eventually get a future sequel to this, where they can take upon this great combat system and style and just iterate upon it. Honestly, I would love to see more games like this in the future. The skies are literally endless here. No pun intended on that one. Anyway, let me know down in the comments, are you guys excited for this? Have you guys played Relink before? Is this going to be your first time even? Because I'm sure diving back in. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, subscribe if you're someone new, and hit that notification icon if you want to stay up to date with more future updates on this game. And you can also follow me on my various socials, and I also have a special Patreon page where you can support me there, as well as also get various goodies yourself. Anyway, special thanks to my patrons, and Mad Kaiser, out!